Alright, here's my pretend interview, entrevista with a certain talk show host. I'd say it like this. The cartoon blank, the cartoon center, the cartoon planet. Say, remake of the Bible, squirm. Desirely wants everyone's soulfulness depth to be muffled out. So we have individuals that turn to marijuana smoke to further numb out what is already muffled out. They're turning to marijuana smoke to numb out entire. You see what I mean? I said there's music. The last several decades. I said Barbra Streisand sounds pretty good if I'm in a great mood. Neil Diamond sounds absolutely great if I'm in a what? Terrific mood. Who's in a terrific mood to enjoy Neil Diamond? This is why the last many decades, we're going on almost 50 years of metal music. Metal music was birthed out of the resonances that we all feel. Even the most, I say to the talk show hosts, even the most glossy individuals on your program, Johnny, or your program, Jimmy, even the most glossed over fake, I mean, they're fake. They're all about their hair and their nails and their whatever. Do we understand that they're still feeling the scrapingnesses of the rawnesses that are screaming in there to be like unleashed, something more real? You know, people are fake. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good to be like glossing over, glossing over the rawnesses, the intrinsicness, realnesses of the soulfulness, fibers of fires of fibrousness is how I state it. If that, going back to this, if that metal, if that hard rock metal, or more like heavy metals, think of heavy metals poisonings, if that heavy metals feels better than that worseness that you already feel, cartoonnessly, even though that feeling is mostly fake because it's got layers of fake gloss and fake plasticness cartoonnessly. All of that is fake, so the rawness is in there going like a bulbous bulb of pulsating realness going, and that bulbousness going, and that bulbousness is going, pulsating, cartoonnessly, non-cartoonnessly. So every time that gloss layer, that fake cartoon glossiness layers itself, it's almost as if there's glossiness raining down from the sky. Plastic glossiness that only burns at deeper intrinsic levels. That individuals are finding, they're trying to find ways to numb out the feeling of being muffled out. Because there's individuals that feel the muffling out of the soulful fibers of fires of fibrousness. Side by side that, there's individuals that feel extremely pissed off. Extremely angry, in other words. They're extremely ticked. They're extremely non-wood ticked off. There's a burning in the soul. There's a fire in there. But music doesn't go deeply enough. There is a scrapingness deep in the soulful fibers, even in the most fake and in the most, quote, actual, unquote, fakest individuals. There's something burning in there. There's something in there that's scraping like this. Saying, hello, why is everything so... I feel like I'm in here and it's like you're not listening to me. Like, let's say it's like the soul itself. The soul itself is screaming and howling like that movie from 1980. It's howling and screaming in there to be heard. And the individual's going, well, how do you like my hair, Jimmy, or whatever, or Conan? I just did it for the non-barbarian and you. I did it for you. I did it for me. I got my nails done for this program this morning. But it's fake. And there's a scrapingness in there. There's a scrapingness in there. It's a scrapingness that says, it screams, there's something deeper, you're not paying attention. We've got academia, in other words, academician, I don't know if that's the word, I make up words all the time. I make up words all the time. Academicians. It's all about academia. They don't care if their hair is this way and that way and it looks like that other guy, that other non-Robert, non-Smith wannabe. I mean, it doesn't matter that it matters. Or rather, it matters that nothing seems to make any sense. It matters by default and by non-default that nothing seems to appear to make any sense. that there's individuals that are, they might be into academia, scholarly pursuits, quote unquote, cartoonishly. So for them, it's like they don't care if they have a light tan or a dark tan. I went to a tanning salon one time many years ago called Darkest Tan. I made up a name. And it was misspelled deliberately. So, you know, we have all these things, you know, all these misspellings that are deliberate. What does that mean, that there's misspellings that are deliberate? What does it mean? There's misspellings that are deliberately placed there. How about this? It's all, I said to Johnny Carson, if I was on his program in 1980, or let's say now, let's say the program now in the year 2024, in the year 2024. It's all a cartoon smearing this, Johnny, I'd say. The cartoon blanket, the cartoon center of the cartoon planet. Se rimigaba squirm. Se rimigaba rusano en español. It's all a cartoon smearing this, see? It wants the film to be over the eyeballs. It doesn't only want the film to be on the projector screen, Johnny. It wants the film to be on the eyeballs. Even more importantly to the worm, the film must be opaquely obscuring anything real on the actual screens of our existence. Think of me as an Ayurvedic, non-Ayurvedic, more like an Indian spiritual wisdom instructor. Even though I'm pursuing acting and other musicianries. But I have even more to offer also in the way of spiritual soulful wisdom. If anybody were intelligent enough to grasp what I'm stating, grasp what I'm stating. It's all deliberate. This is what I repeat. I repeat this constantly. It is all deliberate. It's worth repeating because it is all deliberate. It's deliberate that nothing seems to scratch so much deeper than words, even though everything is deeper than words. That's deliberate. It's deliberate that words aren't deep enough to scratch deeper than words. How can words be deep enough to scratch deeper than words? Well, that's why we have individuals writing personal growth books. They're trying to scratch deeper than words. But think about it this way. How can words scratch more deeply than words? It's nearly impossible, or it's impossible. We have to go deeper than language. I'd say to Johnny Carson, or any talk shows, that we have to go deeper than language, see? See, words can only scratch so deeply. Music, get this is even worse. Music can only scratch so much deeper than that. Music can only scratch so much deeper than that. Language words that I brought up moments ago, before that. I watch motion cartoon películas. Every cartoon second or millisecond, and every 3 seconds after that. It's less relevant than what recently occurred. Everything is a distraction. Everything is a nebulousness going boom, boom, that way, zigzagging. Zigzagginess is going this way, that way, this way. Or this way, that way, this way. It wants people like myself to feel there's areas of countries where it is a consistent nebulousness. It's like I could have gone to someplace 18 times, I've been there once, and I still feel compelled to want to take a non-leftly right of an incorrect turn in areas I know that's not the correct way to turn. But something in me wants to I practically am jerking the steering wheel away from my better intelligence. Who knows where I'm going with this? There's areas where my GPS practically shuts down. Would anybody from Illinois like to tell stories about their journeys to Miniscrapolis and St. Pablo, where the GPS machine, the GPS systems, cartoonishly practically shut down? It's not working. I've had my GPS not work in certain areas of this country, where the nebulousness depths are so deep, the scatteringness are so deep, that my GPS literally está malfunctioning. See what I mean? It's malfunctioning. There's so much staticness depths of boom, 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 boom. I'm trying to be like a personal growth author. What is my sincerest recommendations to everyone? Focus the attention inwardly inward. Focus the attention inwardly inward. Focus the attention inwardly inward. Find music, even if it's instrumental music or something that resonates more deeply. Something weird. Listen to music that you're positive your very good amigos would disapprove of and say, why are you listening to that? Look for something like that. Look for something that resonates with you, the individual, that you are almost 100% positive. Quote unquote, someone's going to be extremely negative about it. Say, oh, I don't know why you're listening to that. As they light up an invisible cartoon, fake menthol cigarillo. I don't know why you're listening to Roxette when we could be listening to The Cure. I mean, I don't know why you're listening to The Cure when we could be listening to AC Reese or whatever. Listen to me. It's all deliberate. It's all deliberate that the very music that resonates with you, the individual, and there's not that much. You have to cherry pick. I don't enjoy every song by a Slayer. I don't even enjoy the few songs I enjoy every single time. Every single day, every single moment. No. We have to cherry pick the songs, the music that resonates in this moment, now. In this moment, now. In this moment, now, I'd say to Johnny Carson or any talk shows. We have to select from a humongous smorgasbord of musical sounds. We have to select from a humongous smorgasbord of musicianries. Humongous. We have to select cherry picking. I said not every song that I enjoy by a Slayer, and there's not that many. There's not that many songs, but I'm not going to enjoy them at every moment. It's got to be the precision moments. And this is very important, while you're listening to a Slayer or a Megadeth, do not forget about Enya sounds are out there in the background too. Enya and Kenny G is out there too. I mean, like, those sounds are out there. Like, Neil Diamond is out there. Barbra Streisand is out there. Those refractory melodies, those refractory musical noises and sounds are out there that Tom Araya cannot scream through entire. I mean, listen to me. I'm saying Tom Araya cannot scream through entire. Listen to me. I'm saying Tom Araya cannot scream through entire. Listen to me. Music can only go so deeply deep. But cherry pick the music that does go deeper for you. So we can all get somewhere. Because we got people listening to top 40, but that music hasn't resonated with them in years, but they feel like they want to be contemporary. You know, there's individuals like this. Listen to me. I made that mistake in 1991. I said, I'm going to listen to music that's contemporary. Reject my better actual judgments, as in decisional choices, listen to music from the 1980 decade, and continue through on to the 1990s and 2000s. I should have been listening to Just Like Heaven in 1991, or I should have been listening to Always Something There to Remind Me in 1992 and 1993, instead of feeling I had to be in the moment. Okay, not all music in the moment is in the moment. There are Jethro Tull songs. I mean, more importantly, there are Bee Gees songs that are more resonant from 1977, and they're more in the moment than anything in the year 2023, 2024 could ever do. Or even 2025, we'll see if I get my musical sound out there. All right. It's all deliberate. This is the one thing I'd say to any talk show host, Johnny Carson, any talk show, I'd say this is all deliberate. If Johnny Carson had a talk show host in the year 2024, in the year 2024, it's all deliberate. It's deliberate that nothing makes sense. Deliberately, on purpose, nothing makes sense. The cartoon blank does it deliberately to make it seem like, I don't know, is it me? Okay, we have to transcend language that states, I don't know, is it me? I don't know, is it me? I don't know. First of all, it's never only moi. And it's never only toi. Each of us is a snowflake of unique fingerprints. But it's never only moi, and it's never only toi. It's never only moi, and it's never only toi. Have a good afternoon. Have a good night. It's never only. It's never only moi. It's never only toi. It's always more encompassing than that. There is so much happening that is only quote happening, unquote, cartoonishly, in states and in quote states of non-happeningness, non-coolnessly, non-cooled. Discuss, discuss, discuss amongst thyself. Discuss, discuss, discuss amongst thyself. Discuss, discuss, discuss amongst thyself. Okay? Have a good night.